All right. All right.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. All right. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Oh, it's so exciting to be here. And I'm so excited. My name is Eric F. King. I'm so excited for two reasons. Number one is we have some great speakers here for you today. Speakers, coaches, consultants. We have Leah Garcia, Zan Anaguru, Amberly Shreve. And we are speaking about an incredible topic, how to stay motivated in business and in life. Look, this applies to every single one of us and everybody you know, right? How do you stay motivated in this world that we have here? Like, we live in a negative world and we keep getting all these negative information from news and friends and family. So how do you stay motivated? Well, we're going to talk about that today. So I want you not to be selfish. I want you to send this link to at least two people right now so they can benefit from what you are about to benefit from. Okay. Because like I said, I have some of the best on the line today. All right. So we're going to dive right in. First of all, I just want you to think about this. In order for you to achieve your full potential in life, you have to be motivated and inspired to do so. You have to be, right? You can't accidentally become highly successful at anything, right? There has to be something that keeps pushing you to do more, to get over your obstacles, right? Don't ask for less problems, ask for more skills. I learned that many years ago. It changed my life, right? And today we're going to dive into it. So I'm going to call on my first speaker, who hails from California, okay, where it is 4 a.m. in the morning. She woke up early to be here with all of you. And we really appreciate her. I watch all her events on her LinkedIn. All of you need to do that. So, and oh, by the way, she is a financial strategist. She helps people make money, invest money, anything money. If you need money, connect with her. Okay? She is a black belt in martial arts, which means that she's very third degree black belt. I'm not going to mess that up. Third degree black belt. It's not easy to get to a black belt. It's definitely not easy to get to third degree. So it's somebody that you want to look up to, emulate, and follow. So without further ado, Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. Well, my name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional, and it is my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build that legacy and create generational and multi-generational wealth for your family. Folks, we've already had generational poverty, right? Let's try the generational prosperity. So I love this topic. I absolutely love this topic because it reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, which is, you cannot measure the heart of a champion just by looking at them. Listen, folks, motivation comes from internal. And if you are here, it's because you have the heart of a champion. So you're at the right place. If you want to get motivated and take yourself, this is going to be so great. I know you've got a ton of notes that you're ready with your pen and paper. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips on how to stay motivated in business and in life. And by the way, in my humble opinion, life and business go together. You can't have a good life over here in business, but then it's terrible at home. You can't have a good life in home and then it's terrible in business, right? They go together. in my opinion. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips, and they all goes together. So number 1 is you have to have that heart of a champion. And that's what champions do. They have that heart, and they find those things. They identify those things that help to push them to that next threshold, that they can push through the pain and push through the fire. And we can talk about things that motivate you that are extrinsic and things that are intrinsic. And this is what I mean. Things that are internal, things that are external are the things like buying a car, buying a house, and even money. So it's not having the goal to get the things, it's the things internal. It's what that money can do for you, what that money will allow you to do for others. If you want to donate, you want to build a community center, you want to give back to your congregation, maybe you want to start a nonprofit. So it has to be something greater than just a physical goal. And when you have that vision, that's when you find that heart. That's when you can take yourself to that next level. Number 2, we got to retrain our brain. Right now, what we're focusing on is the things a lot of times that we can't control, like the weather, right? Like politics, like things get kind of crazy, right? There's some things we cannot control. They're out of our control. We got to train our brain to focus on the things that we can control. Like if you're in business, you can control how many phone calls you make. Maybe you can't control the outcome, but you can control the activity. So we got to retrain our brain to focus on the things that we can control. The outcome we're unsure of, right? We can't control it, but we can control the things that we can do. And then number 3, folks, you are 3 feet from gold. Sometimes we have a depth perception problem. We think that it's so far away. And so we aren't motivated because we think that we can't achieve it. You are literally one conversation, one connection, one word track, maybe something you hear on this call. It helps you take yourself to that next level. And that's all it takes. Because if you're running a marathon, what happens at the very last few feet when you see that goal, when you see the finish line? You might be tired, you might be exhausted, you might think you can't do it, and then you see the finish line, and what happens? You find that next level inside you. There's always another level. So have that depth perception that you are just literally 3 feet from your goal. And so just remember, C.S. Lewis said that you're never too old to dream another dream. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That's my time, Mr. Eric F. King, and I send it back to you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. That was gold. We appreciate you as always. And like I said, folks, you want to follow her, click on that name and follow her, and you can get more. Like during the week, these folks actually do events. Okay. So you need to follow them and learn more about what they do. All right. So our next speaker, I'm going to go to Maryland now, right? All the way from California. Now we're going to Maryland. A good friend of mine, and she actually teaches people, get this, how to build business relationships, right? How to attract the right people, right? How to maintain your clientele, right? How to continue that relationship going, things that you need to know, right? She is known as the gratitude consultant, and you're going to hear a little bit about that in a few minutes. But she's one of the best in the world at what she does. So you want to take notes. All right. So without further ado, Amberly Shreve, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric. And it's such a pleasure and an honor to be here with each and every one of you. And the panelists, Leah, Zion, and Annie, always such an honor to be here with you all as well. So I love all the topics that we talk about. I think there's insight to each and every one of them. They help us grow and stretch and really give us thought-provoking conversations so that we can really think about where we are in business. And I completely agree with Leah. I think that business and life are one and the same. Because if you are separating them, I don't know how you're doing it, because all my stuff falls together. It just leaks into one another. So regardless if I'm out on the softball field or if I'm here running meetings, I intertwine my family in both of those, because this is why I do what I do, is for my family and to bless and serve others. So they are one and the same. So we want a couple of things that I'm going to share with you that I use that are very, very important to stay motivated. Number one for me, it's my faith is first and foremost. I cannot do anything without my maker. Because if not, I'm going to screw it all up, you guys. I mean, it's going to be a hot mess and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to seek his guidance first. I'm always going to set goals because, my daughters see what I'm doing and I set the example. So if I'm setting goals, if I'm looking to achieve these things, they're going to learn what they see. So remember, all of these things that you're doing in your home, whether you have little ones or, bigger kids, believe it or not, they're watching everything that you do. Okay. Those grandbabies, all of them, they're watching. You really want to align with your purpose, being authentic, showing up in a strategic way to not only honor who you are, but your values and your morals. Those things are truly important. We develop habits that we are very disciplined in what we're doing. They're non-negotiables. If it's you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is make your bed and you go for your devotional and you go out for a walk and you just have a couple minutes with yourself, then that is what you do. Some people, they're very strategic in their meetings, how they're meeting people. Maybe they only do in person. You find out what works for you, but whatever it is, make sure that you are disciplined enough to say, you know what, this time is not meant for dishes and laundry and, oh, here, let me catch up with this person. Money-making activities, you need to be disciplined enough to say, okay, this time is set for this, and time block. Make sure that you have those things in order. You're celebrating the small wins. You cannot just wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to make $500,000 and I'm going to do it in 5 days. No. We celebrate the small wins. We take things a little bit at a time. And that is why the goal setting and preparation is key. Because along the way, believe it or not, all of these things that you're doing each day, this item here and this item there, believe it or not, over a month, 3 months, 6 months, over the course of 8, 10, 12 months, you would be surprised how far you come in a year. And you have to celebrate those wins along the way. If not, how in the world are you supposed to stay motivated? I mean, most people, if they don't see some sort of win along the way, or they don't see some type of increase in some area, they're going to give up. You need to celebrate the wins. You need to surround yourself with positive people that embrace and completely support your vision, your dream, and who you are as a person. You find yourself a mentor. Find yourself someone who absolutely adores you, understands your heart, and is going to push you. You don't want somebody in your life that's going to sit there and pull the wool over your eyes and tell you what you want to hear. That person is not going to serve you. So they're going to have to take a back seat and you're going to love them from afar. These people that I'm talking about are going to take you from point A to point B. They're going to push you. They're going to help stretch you. They're going to say, no, I understand what you're saying there, but what if you looked at it this way? You need those types of people in your life. You prioritize self-care. I'm telling you right now, you need to prioritize self-care. It is so important that you honor your needs. If not, you are not going to be good for our good Lord above, yourself, your family, or your business. So self-care is important. When you feel good, you are going to be able to show up in a beautiful way. You're going to visualize your success. You're going to write these things down and you're going to look at them each day, what you're looking to achieve. And finally, you're going to embrace the failure. Hey, maybe this didn't work, but you know what? this worked and this worked. So let me see how I can make the adjustment. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Michael Jordan, whether you're Kobe, whoever it is, all of the greats that we've watched over the years, believe it or not, they missed a basket. They missed a goal. They missed, there are tons of misses and failures, and it's all okay. So you pick yourself back up and you move on to the next thing because you have so much to offer. So, my sweet friends, dive in deep, dig, and find those areas and those gifts that you can share with others, and make sure that you put some of these things in place. And I guarantee you the success is going to be incredible. And I would love to talk to each and every one of you about how you can build your relationships, make them beautiful and stronger, and be able to show up not only for yourself, but for your clients in a beautiful way. So back to you, Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for an incredible TED Talk. I love it. I love it. And Amberly is right. You have to have standards in your life that you live by, and you can't get dissuaded by all these people. So before I start my studio events, we all get together and we pray. Right, we do a short prayer. So we have a picture of that. So someone told me not to put the picture up of us praying. I said, why? He said, well, if you put the picture of you praying, then the coaches that don't like to pray, are not Christians, won't be interested in getting on your stage. And I said, well, then I don't want them on my stage. Right? You got to have standards, and you can't move them based on other people, right? You got to just be true to yourself. So thank you for that. It really reminded me of what that guy told me. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they don't. That and actually, that's good because it weeds people out. So you attract the right people anyway, right?
Sure.
All right. So let's keep going. Welcome everybody. Oh man, there are people from all over the world. Alexis, welcome. Islam, welcome. Coral, welcome. So that's right there. That's like 3 countries right there. Harumi, welcome. Sharon, welcome. Charito, welcome. Let's see. Janelle. Oh, good to see you again. It's been a while. Janelle Pulley, welcome. Michael, good to see you. Oh my goodness, so many people. So here's what I want you to do. I want everybody to comment in the chat, right? Tell us where you're zooming in from, right? Just put it in the chat. And then also, I want you to think of a question. It could be just one question for the panel, so we can help you out, because we want to spend their time wisely so they can share their knowledge with you. So put the question in the chat and start by saying question, so I know it's a question. Okay, question. Put the question in there. All right. So and be as specific as possible. All right. All right. So let me go on to my next speaker. This speaker is all the way in Europe. So yeah. So let's see. I see Ryan's Road, Kent, UK. Yeah. So this guy I'm about to introduce, he's from where you are from, UK. He's one of your people. All right. So this gentleman is from the UK. He is known as the guy that helps make people famous. Imagine that, right? The reason why I know some of these people here, Leah, Down, is because of him, right? He's making me famous on LinkedIn, right? So he helps make people famous. He's a marketing genius. You're going to hear from him right now. So with my good friend, Annie, the floor is yours.
So I've missed the party for a bit, so for a few weeks, or last week anyway. Hello, everyone. Great to be here. It really is. Of course, amazing shares by Leah and Amberly. I think this is a huge topic for all of us, especially this time of the year, as the year's ending. Are we staying on track? Are we staying consistent? Are we staying driven to achieve those big goals we set ourselves? I guess, what I'm learning is essentially that this motivation thing is a question of what's inside us, really. What are we thinking? What are we doing? Of course, there's always a question of knowing your why. Why do you want to do this thing, whatever this thing is, right? Why do you want to do this thing to make you happy and create the better life in business and in your personal life? I agree with Amberly and Leah that these two things are one and the same. I used to split up my family life for my business until I realized that's folly, right? If you're not happy in business, you haven't got you probably won't be happy in your family life. If you're not happy in your family life, you probably haven't got a business. So the two must work in harmony. I think when we find that happy place where we can work and also have, in a personal life, then we're much happier. Now, I guess let's go back to the question: what are we doing that want to stay motivated to keep doing? Now, I think that motivation essentially comes down to something that I call an internal drive. Do you really want to do this? The time for lying to ourselves is gone, right? It's past. We must truly face the truth and ask ourselves, do I want to do this? If you don't want to do this deep down, you're not going to do it. In which case, don't beat yourself up. Let's not waste time. Let's just say, okay, you quit and go somewhere else. Go and do something else, right? It's not a motivation issue, if you don't want to do it. If you want to do it, so now we're asking a different question. Why aren't you doing it? And essentially, why aren't you doing it comes down to your internal drive. What sort of person you are. Who are you really within? Why do you really want this? So if you can't answer those questions, you never do anything for long enough. I guess I've realized it comes down to emotions that you feel and the words you tell yourself. If you tell yourself, I can, then you're halfway there. Again, I can understand is not enough. I've seen people do their can thing, do the mindset thing day in, day out. I believe, I really want this. I do the vision thing. Of course, I get it, right? But deep down, unless your why is strong enough, unless you love the reason why you're doing this, unless it grabs you, unless you feel it, you're not gonna do it. People must realize, feeling your why comes down to seeing the benefits it's going to give you and the benefits it's going to give those around you. Maybe the people that you're trying to help with your whatever you're doing also counts as well, right? But deep down, it comes down to, do you feel enough of a need to do this? Now, does doing this really achieve your goals? Amberly mentioned setting goals earlier. What is it you're doing this for? If this is truly your thing that you must do, then you'll see it as a gateway to everything you want in life, right? A lot of people don't see what they do as a gateway to anything. They just see hard work, hard work, hard work. Whereas when you see it as a route to, I guess, fulfillment, true happiness, a sense of purpose. When you see what you were trying to do as the basis of those feelings, those emotions and those realities in your life, then we tend to give it more effort. When we see what we're trying to do as a waste of time, as a challenge, as, oh wow, I could do something else, I'm not really into this, then we don't do it, right? The last I'll say to you, my friends, is live every day as if it's your last day. Is this thing what you're going to be doing your last day ever on earth? If it's not, think about it. Give it up. That's my best advice, Eric.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so much. That was another TED Talk. We appreciate you. Sometimes, because you're so soft spoken, sometimes I feel like I'm too loud. so, I hate going after you because then I feel too loud. But you know what? I'm going to be myself. All right. Is that okay? I'm going to be myself. All right. All right. Because I just said, you got to be yourself, right? I got to be myself. That's him. And it's perfect for him. Right. So we appreciate you, Annie. All right. Let's see. Welcome, Alisa. Welcome, Amaka. Welcome, Paulette. Oh my goodness, Sharon. People from all over the world. That's awesome. I see your questions. Put in more questions. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm going to share with you one tip. One tip. Write down one, circle it, star it. One tip that can change your business and change your life and keep you motivated. Oh my goodness, I could charge you $1,000 for this, but I'm not going to charge you anything. So I'm happy for you that you got up this morning to listen to this. All right, here we go. The number one thing that has helped me in my life to stay motivated in business and in life is surrounding myself with people that are motivated, that are inspired, that have a positive mentality. That is the number one thing I've done in my life. Look, I used to have friends that were negative. I used to have friends that would call me. Like, no, let me tell you, like, when you share an issue, that's not negative. But when you share the issue and you don't even want a solution, you just want to complain, and you want more people to complain with you, that's the problem, right? You just want a pity party. No, what's worse? Oh, mine is worse. No, yours is worse. Look, you want to stay around positive people. I'm always around positive people, people that are moving forward, people that I can learn from. Everywhere I go, that's what I do, right? And it's changed my life. I've been doing that for a long time, and it's just changed my life so much I can't even begin to tell you, right? So that's what I want you to do, and I'm going to help you today. So don't ever say that Eric didn't actually help me, because I'm about to help you right now. Okay, I have assembled a group of top coaches that are going to be speaking at my live studio event. They're flying in. Well, one of them I think is driving, but the rest are flying in, right? To speak at my studio to share valuable information with you all. And it's free for you. It's online. It's free. So no excuses. I'm putting it in the chat right now. You want to sign up? All right. You don't want to sign up. It's called Believe in You. Believe in You studio event. I've been doing events for 15 years. This is going to be the best event I've ever done in my life, period. Right? So here's the deal. Real quick, you're going to hear from a lady named Tamara Wolf. She's a mindset and life coach. And look, she will teach you how to tap into the hidden side of success and create next level results. Look, when I contacted her, I couldn't get a hold of her for weeks. Why? She was in France, speaking in France. But I got her back to the US for you guys. I'm exaggerating. But she's here now. Okay. She's here now. You're gonna hear from her. You're gonna hear from Sylvia Crawley Span. Oh my goodness. She is a legend and trailblazer for women's basketball in America and even around the world. Okay. She's a WNBA star, former WNBA star, gold medalist, and now she teaches people like you and I, coaches. She's a global coach. She teaches people about self-confidence. Do we all need it? Yes, I need more self-confidence. We all do. She's going to be there. Then we have James Maurice Bumpus. This guy is a leader of leaders. Do you want to learn how to lead yourself and lead your team? Well, he's going to teach you how to do that. So you want to come hear from him. One of the best that I know. Okay. Then you have Lethea Owens. She is the current president of the Black National Speakers Association. I'm talking national. Look, I flew down to Colorado to find her. Okay. So it wasn't here. Like, it wasn't here in Virginia. I had to go down there to find her. She's going to be gracing our stage and teach you how to use speaking to change your life. Powerful. Okay. Then we're going to hear from Anmol Singh. Anmol Singh is a financial expert. He teaches the things that I'm not even good at. That's why I like bringing people on, because they can teach you things I can't teach you, right? About stocks, about trading, about all those things. I don't know much about it. That's why I bring the best. Okay. He has over 200,000 followers that he teaches this to on a regular basis. He'll be there. And then we have Valencia Dantzler. Valencia, oh my goodness. Bring your tissue, Kleenex, whatever you call it in your country, bring it, because you may cry. She has an incredible story that changed her life. She was in despair. I don't want to say it, but you have to come and see it, and she can help you. All right. So those are the speakers that are going to speak. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself to this. Okay. Click on the link. Believe in you. Call if you can put the link also so people see it in different places. Believe in you. Click on it. It's free. Register this morning, like right now. All right. So that's what I want to share with you. That's my gift to you. It's free. My gift to you. All right. So now let's keep going. Our next speaker, and right after Don, we're going to get to your questions. I'm so excited to get to your questions. Our next speaker, oh my goodness, this guy, he lives all the way in Nigeria. Okay. Thank God for technology. We can bring everybody together, right? He is known all over the world for being positive and teaching people how to be positive. Now, you probably think, oh, that's not a big deal. I can be positive. It's a big deal because he's an expert on it, right? So you want to learn from an expert, a guy that I've paid multiple times to help me in my business. So without further ado, we're going to go to Nigeria to hear from my good friend Zion Enaguru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's always a privilege to be here to share with our global audience. And to my amazing speakers who have spoken before me, Leah, Ambali, and Mr. Eni, and to the amazing people at home listening to us from all over the world, we want to say a happy Monday morning or a Monday afternoon, Monday evening, depending on where you are joining us from all over the world. You know, today's topic, it's something that resonates with each and every one of us. Because if you don't have a business, you have a life. Either way, you are part of the conversation. And I love the point that my speakers have shared earlier, especially when it talks about having your why. You know, that really has helped me in my life because having your why will give you a sense of purpose and a sense of direction. For most people, the reason why they are not being motivated is because they don't have a sense of direction. They can easily go here and there, you know, depending on the trend. For some persons, oh, this is what is trending today. They are going to jump into it. Something else is trending tomorrow. They're going to jump into it. So they are like that. And when you begin to live your life like that, you cannot be motivated. Yes, because difficult times will come. So if there's one thing that you must learn in staying motivated, both in life and in business, is finding your why, so that you can have a sense of purpose, you can have a sense of direction. And the next point, I love it when Mr. Eric said it, surround yourself with positive people. If there's one thing that has really helped me to stay positive and continue to stay positive, it's I have positive people around me. Do not take it for granted and say, oh, she has been my friend for 16 years, for 20 years, and you are harboring negativity around you. Sooner or later, the influence will get to you. You know, it's a slow fade. You might not know that you are giving into so much negativity, but gradually you're going to get there. So try as much as possible to have people who are positive and motivated around you. You do not want a positive life and surround yourself with negative people. It cannot work. So if you want a positive life, you want a life that is motivated, you have to be very intentional about your cycle. Be intentional about the people that come close to you. Be intentional about the people you have around you. Because at the end of the day, you are a sum total of the 5 people that is around you. So if you are around positive people, definitely your life is going to be positive. So also if you are around negative people, your life will be negative. So be intentional. Do not take it for granted. Do not allow anybody come into your cycle. You have to be intentional about the people you have in your cycle. And the next point is, make sure your goal, your dreams, your vision is serving others. It's very, very important. You know, if the idea is serving others, the idea will definitely work. Because at the end of the day, whatever you are doing, be it business or anything, it's serving somebody. You are serving you are serving the people, you are serving an audience, but be intentional about allowing your message to serve others. Because at the end of the day, people are the most important factor in the whole world. Everything revolves around people. You need people. People need you. You are selling to people. People sell to you. You are talking to people. People are listening to you. So be intentional about serving others with your services, serving others with your business, serving others with your ideas, because the thought of your action putting smile in people's face, for me, is a motivating factor for me every day. Knowing for the fact I'm coming on this stage to speak and persons will listen to me and be motivated, they will listen to me and be energized, they will listen to me and become a better person. It gives me more motivation to show up every Monday to talk with you. So I encourage you, whatever you are doing, be intentional about serving other people. One more point is your mindset. I love it when Mr. Ennis said it starts from within. Being motivated doesn't, yes, external factor is good, but the major game changer is within. It's within you. That's why you have to be intentional about your mindset. When your mind is set, your life is set. So do well to make sure you feed your mind with positive things, positive books, positive conversation, positive engagement, because you are a sum total of the kind of idea you have in your mind. So motivation cannot come from a place of negativity. Motivation cannot come from a place where your mindset is not right. So if you want to stay motivated, it's an inward, outward reaction. So be intentional about your mindset. And lastly, I will end with this, the God factor. I tell you, it's the most important factor in everything. I'm a believer and I'm a Christian, and I'm proud to say it anywhere I go. If there's one thing that has really helped me stay motivated, if there's one thing that has really helped me stay energized and positive, it's because I know God. Yes, I have a personal relationship with God. There are days that things happen. I go back to the scriptures. When I face difficult situations, I tell myself, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. When the situation looks tough and I don't even have an idea what to do about it, what? All things are working together for my good. Because at the end of the day, knowledge will fail. Status quo will fail. Money will fail. Everything you think you know will fail. But God can never fail you. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening. I yield the mic over to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. Another TED Talk right there. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I just want to share one thing. What's the opposite of staying motivated and being around positive people? The opposite is to be around negative people, to watch the news all day, to complain all day, right? That's the opposite, right? So sometimes to know the impact of something, you have to look at what's the alternative, right? What's the alternative? I can wake up in the morning and look, I don't put on the news in the morning. People are like, what? You don't put on the news? How do you know what's going on? Trust me, I'll find out. People will tell me. Right? Go ahead, Amberly. Go ahead. You want to say something?
I just had a prompting to share something on my heart. It's so funny that you bring that up because we don't watch the news. And people, I think I offend people sometimes when Ben and I share that, but it is a choice. If it's that bad, I'm going to get something on my phone. And the only thing I have to worry about is the weather. For being outside and softball stuff, that's really all I have to worry about. And I will tell you, if you find yourself in those places, because chaos breeds chaos. So when you find yourself in those areas where you're going down that rabbit hole, just be careful. Now, if that's the life that you want, hey, by all means, you go live the best you. But I will tell you, when I find myself in those areas of chaos, I have this like overwhelming feeling over me, and I have to stop everything, regroup, reset, and then move forward, because it will start to affect your body, how you react to things, your relationships. It leaks into everything. So just a little encouraging tip, really be intentional with how you are moving through life, because that chaos can really take a toll on you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What do I gain if I watch the news? Well, I'll hear about wars. I'll hear about crime. I'll hear about divisiveness, right? Politics. I hear all these things don't really serve me, right? 47 days until the new president. The new president won't change my life. I change my life, right? So it's a different way of thinking. And if you're not there yet, I understand, because most people aren't there yet. But I realized that the person in the White House doesn't determine my future or my family's future or my children's children's future, right? But the media wants you to think so, right? So you're like glued. Who can help me? I need your help. No, you can create your own success, right? All right. So let me not. I only have 20 minutes, so let me get off of that. All right. So let's go to the questions. Go to the questions. Let's see. Let's go to the questions here. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I do see you guys, some of you registering, so that's good. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. You will love this event. All right, questions. I know that. Okay. So Sharon says, now this one will be pretty quick because again, it's a generic question. What's the most important trade in business? So it's very general. So if you guys can maybe just say one thing that you think, helped you in business, a trade that helped you in business, real quick. Go ahead, Amberly.
I think, oh gosh, I mean, there's so many out there, right? So for me, I would say meeting someone where they are and bringing as much value to them as you possibly can.
I love it. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Zion.
Well, I would say serve others.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I didn't hear that.
Can you hear me?
No, go ahead. Say it again.
Yes, for me, one important trait in business is serving others.
Serving others.
Yes, serve others.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Go ahead. Annie?
I think, finding your purpose, finding the thing that truly that you want to do, that's going to give you the life you want.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Try to reside 7 others too, right?
Yes, it goes all hand in hand. Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, I when I was little, they always called me stubborn. I call it determination. Right, just being determined, being too stubborn to give up.
Yes.
Never quit. Back to you, Eric.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I agree with all of that. All of that. You want to basically listen to everything they said. Makes sense. For me, what I would say is believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, find ways to increase your belief. Okay, maybe personal development, whatever it is, because it's your belief that gets you to your success. It's not your education, actually, because you can have a PhD and still, not have the success you want in life, because it's your mindset. So that's what I would say. All right, so let's keep going. All right, my good friend Paulette Earl says, how to stay motivated when family challenges demand your life. Woo, that's a good one. Demand your life. But I have something to say about that, but I'm going to throw it out to my panelists first. Who would like to go first? Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely can be challenging. And one thing that I've learned is that Parkinson's law, which says that task will take the amount of time allotted for it. So if you have all day long to wash the dishes, guess how long it will take you? Magically, it will take you all day. But if you only have 10 minutes, watch how quickly you can get those dishes done. And so if you've got family challenges and it's really putting a lot of, strain on your time for business, then really have that time that you do have focused time. And you will be dazzled and amazed at how much you can get done if you just put that scheduled time, that time blocking, and you only focus on that business at that time. So hopefully that helps.
Yes, thank you. We have 15 minutes. So if each of you can tell us how we can reach you, because I know a lot of people want to connect with you guys. So Leah, go ahead. Tell us how everybody can reach you.
Absolutely. My best social media is LinkedIn. You can send me a DM, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Who else wants to go ahead, Amberly?
One thing that works for us in our family is we have family meetings. So we all come together, who can take what. Now, I know that that's very difficult, especially when you have littles, but maybe there are some family, friends, people that can help you out as well. But when you come together, you have a family meeting and you sort of delegate. One person can do this, one person can do that. And when you all come together as a team, that makes life a little bit easier during challenging and demanding times. So just a little tip there. The best way to reach me, I am on all the socials. You can look me up on LinkedIn. Keep on sharing, Facebook, TikTok, all of them. Just reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you, find out how I can bless and serve you and bring value to your day.
All right. Thank you so much. I think, Annie, have you spoken?
Of course. I think I can tell you what I do. I tend to make time for family stuff in my day, right? I think, I've seen too many people who work so hard, get so far, become successful, and then lose their family. That's a waste of time. Because ultimately, I do what I do for my family, right? Give my family financial freedom and happiness and joy. So essentially, every day I will take a good few hours to spend with the family. Whether that's just going down, to make a cup of tea, hang around. I spend time with my son. I know that you do too, Eric. I'm saying we have to make the time, right? No one's ever said I wish I'd worked more when on a deathbed. They say I wish I spent more time with family though. So spend that time. No one's gonna die if you don't do that task right now. So as Leah said, prioritize your work, and then spend time with family as well. Because the two, they truly matter. So you can't have one without the other. So there's no point just working and losing your family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my trick.
Thank you.
Of course, you find me on LinkedIn, my friends, and LinkedIn is my home. I just posted my profile in the chat, so please now do connect. And even if you want to have a conversation, just so I get to know what you do, you get to know what I do. I can tell you about my book, especially. I've never shown it on here, Eric. My beloved book, right? That book.
There you go. Brand new, off the
Oh,
press.
you all know about it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And definitely contact him to get the book. I have the book. It's incredible, incredible stories. Appreciate it. All right. So for me, what do I do? Well, here's the thing. I think it's similar to Amberly. Make sure your family knows what you're doing. Don't keep it a secret. Like I know people, their family knows all about their job, but nothing about their business. Right. So if they want to call mommy, like, oh, mommy's at work, I can't call her. But mom is doing her business. Oh, I can call her because business is not important. You didn't make it important. I make my business so important that when I say I'm going to be in my office from 7 to 9, nobody's going to bother me. Dad's doing his business. That's important. They know, right? Take your business seriously. If you don't take it seriously, nobody in your family will take it seriously. Trust me, they won't take it seriously if you don't take it seriously. That's number one. And number two, realize there's no real balance. You're doing everything at the same. You're doing everything, right? I remember when my kids were small. They're teenagers now, but when they're small, I'll be taking them to school, and I'll be on a conference call on one phone because we didn't even have Zoom back then, right? So I'll be on a conference call, and I'm taking my son, and we're in front of his school. It says, "Dad, my legs are ashy." I'll go into my glove compartment, get some Vaseline, I'm putting Vaseline on his leg, and I'm on the conference call. I'll do my business at the same time. Nobody knows what I'm doing, right? And then I say, "How about that, Dad? It's too much. It's too much on my face." I'm like, "Okay, hold on." And then I take my arm and I'm trying to help. Oh my goodness, really, for real, right? And his face is all shiny because I'm on a conference call, right? But I'm doing it all, right? You guys are laughing. Look, it's real. Like you got to do it. It's not. Don't say, "Well, I can't do a business because I have children." Oh my God. Don't tell me that. There are people that have 6 children that do their business and are successful. Oh, well, I'm married, so I can't do my business. What are you talking about? Right? So first of all, don't make excuses for yourself. Right? Yeah. I know you're taking care of somebody. Maybe you have a relative you're taking care of, you're a caregiver. I understand that. But there are people that were in your situation that were still successful. So make it happen. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Let's see. And by the way, if you want to reach me, LinkedIn is the best way to reach me, Eric F. King. Go to LinkedIn, click on my link, follow me, and you'll see everything that I do. Okay. I think we have another question here. Let's see.
There's a question about journaling.
Yes. Let me click on it here. I saw that. Journaling. There we go. Yes. So I don't know who it is. It's a LinkedIn user. Do any of you keep a journal, and do you feel that helps? Good question. Good question. Leah, since Leah saw it, let's go with Leah first.
I absolutely do. And I have it right here, right?
Nice.
I have
Yes,
a really nice journal, but I also use markers and highlighters. And I actually go back and read my journal, read my notes. I just feel like it's a treasure. It's really a treasure box, and it helps me to kind of make those adjustments. And Eric had said this before too. It's like even those audio journals, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you get that inspiration, or you're going for a walk and suddenly you get this divine download. So absolutely, I think journaling is a powerful exercise and a habit to have.
very good. Thank you, Amber. I can see you're ready. You're ready. Go ahead, Amber.
I am so ready. I love this. I love this question because I am a gratitude journal writer. It is truly important. If any of you are interested, please contact me, because we have a step-by-step way to remember your thoughts, to go back and see where you've started, where you've come, to really dive in deep and put your thoughts onto paper. So I love that question. You absolutely should be doing it. I think it's motivational for you. And I think it is a beautiful way for you to um, become the best expansion of yourself, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I don't think any journals, because he's not even looking up this way. He's like, "What you talking about, guys?" Oh, he journals. Okay. 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 We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Write every day frantically. So I've got journals.
I love it.
You have to. I think you have to write things down. I think because things stick in the mind in a more concrete way when you actually write it down. Our brain works different, right? It's not enough to just think what we want. I think we have to write it down because it makes us really process that thing, right? But for me, it's, I guess I'm learning that things come down to having that true feeling within you. If you don't feel it, nothing happens.
Yes.
And the best way to feel something is to write it down, because your brain has to go through what that thing is that you're writing down, and then that gives you more chance of manifesting that thing, or attracting that thing, or at least facing that thing in full. In true honesty, rather than just in a hurried kind of way. That's why I do so much journaling.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And my journal is not here. I journal, but I will be honest with you, because I'm very honest. I sometimes I forget, and I go 3 days without journaling. So I need to work on that. But I do think it's very important to journal, to put your thoughts down. I just need to be more consistent. That's why I hang around people like you to teach me how to be more consistent with that. So let's see. Carlene says journaling is helpful. Very good. Very good. And then Paulette says it's a great idea. Okay. So yeah, sure. Journaling definitely works. What I heard Oprah Winfrey talk once about, and for the others of you that know her, she's a media mogul, billionaire, and she journals every day. So that got me journaling, because I like, what? If she's a billionaire and she still journals, then maybe I should journal. She's probably busier than me, right? So yeah, so it does definitely help. All right, so I think those are the questions we have, unless anybody sees any other question. I think those are the questions we have. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and end the call. Again, one thing I did want to say, I want all of you also to follow the speaker. Oh, Zion, you couldn't stay, but go to Zion's on LinkedIn. He's big on LinkedIn. Zion Anegru on LinkedIn, to find him, to learn about what he's doing. He sends a message out every Saturday that's powerful. a networking message. If you want to network with hundreds of people on LinkedIn, then connect with Zion, to help you with that. So yeah, so I want to say that real quick. All right. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate all of you. Like I said, my event is in 3 days. Countdown has started. By the way, what countdowns do you have in your life? Right? There's the election countdown that everybody's trying to get you to do. What's your countdown? Countdown to what? What are you doing this year that you have a countdown to? Think about that. What's your countdown in your life? Okay. Now, by the way, I'm not against voting. I vote. Okay, I'm not against that. I'm just saying I don't just focus all my attention on who's gonna win. Who's gonna win? Because if you want to win, you need to do things in your life to win, regardless of who's in the White House. Regardless, right? So something that came to my spirit, as my mom would say. My spirit told me to tell you that. My spirit told you to tell that. All right, so I think that's have one question. Okay, here's a question. Last question. Spencer says, I have one question for you all. Who do you admire the most? Woo, good question. Okay, round robin real quick and then we'll end. Who wants to go first? Who do you admire the most? Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, who I admired the most is one of my mentors, Rich Thawley. He's been in the industry now over 40 years, and he's a billionaire, and he's one of the most humble, God-fearing person, and he talks to us straight. He actually has a podcast called Straight Line Thinkers. So he's absolutely the person I admire the most.
Thank you. Who wants to go next? This is a tough question because I'm thinking of all the people I admire. It's tougher than you think, right?
Yeah, it really is. Who do I admire? I take they're people I look up to for what they do, right? So and I am just an anti-celebrity type person. Big names don't do nothing for me. I think we have to look within to find our true spirit and joy, right? And of course I admire Jim Rohn. I love his style. I love the way he does his presentations. I love the way he shares. He always shares the nuggets and value. So I take that. Now beyond that, I think I am as enamored, blown away by my family members as I am by superstars, my wife and kids. Literally, I do, and I look at them and I'm like, wow, I can learn so much from you. They're the real stars, right?
That's awesome. All right. So it's his wife that he admires the most. That's romantic. I should say stuff like that. That's so romantic. I admire you the most in the world. Oh Lord, thank you so much. Eddie, all right. Thank you so much.
His wife's been married over 35 years, Eric.
Yes. Write a book. I'll buy it. All right. Write a book on that. Amberly, go ahead. I think Amberly's next, right?
This one is so tough, you guys, because, first and foremost, it's going to be my maker. I'm not a big idol, like celebrity person, but I would have to say I really love Brene Brown, Oprah. I think she's done some incredible things in her life, and I love her heart. Now, I don't know her personally, of course, but I can definitely resonate with a lot of the things that she has endured in her life and struggles, things like that. Jamie Kern-Lena, who wrote Worthy. I've listened to some of her podcast. She's a beautiful, beautiful person and has so much to offer. I really love inspiring people that have not had it easy, people who have pushed through every way where someone has pretty much told them they're not going to make it, they're not going to do it. Those are the people that I love to follow because I learn a little something from them because I know what that feels like. So those are just a few of people that I that is such a hard question. Michael, you really got me listening. I mean, just listening to myself and wondering because it really is a tough question, but a really beautiful question. So thank you.
Yes. Well, for me, there's so many that I follow but I have to say it's my dad. It has to, because my dad, he like, I want to be like my dad. I learned so much from him. You know, I'm not a big celebrity person either, right? So who has helped me? Not who's popular and famous. Who has helped me? My dad helped me the most in business. Now my mom has helped me also. So mom, if you're listening, you helped me too. She's helped me with my religious background. Like she's very big into scripture and praying and things of that nature. So I learned a lot from her there. But my dad taught me about discipline, about motivation, about believing in yourself, and all those things that's changed my life, right? So I would have to say my dad. God rest his soul. He's not around. If your parents are around, go give them a hug. Because sometimes I look at my phone and I wish I can call dad. I listen to his voicemails just to hear his voice, right? So if your parents are still alive, call them. People say, well, I don't talk to my parents. Start talking to them. They brought you here, okay? Put that in the past. Start talking to them, all right? You may not like what I said, but I'm going to tell it to you straight. All right, so we're at 8:01. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We'll see you next week, same time. It has been a pleasing pleasure to be here with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Have a great week, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Wednesday for my event. Take care. Bye-bye.